Hello, welcome back to my shooting guide. In the shooting guide we cover tanks across all the nations in World of Tanks, all the different tank types. We analyze their armor, compare what it is on paper to what it actually is with angles and everything included. Today we're going to be finishing up one of the Soviet medium lines. Today we're going to be starting with the Tier 8, Object 416. On paper, it has 75 frontal hull armor, 45 on the side and rear. The upgraded turret has 110 millimeters in the front, 75 on the sides, and 45 on the rear. But you do have to account for the angling that it has. So we'll see what it truly is in Tank Inspector. The Object 430 version 2
like a pancake.
It's not as pancake
Very
as the
low
Object
profile,
416, but still pretty little. And it's going to be pretty hard to hit this little guy. The armor, the lower plate has about,
The farther up you go, the stronger it
10 to
gets.
115 millimeters of armor. You shouldn't
you
have
can
any problems
shoot
going
at
through
the lower
that plate. As for the upper portion of the plate, the lower down the better.
Again,
But the
it's
lower
not that
plate's going to
hard.
be your best chance of penetrating. With the angling, between 120,
Otherwise, you're
going
gonna
to need at least
125-ish.
It'll probably ricochet.
It's not going to be too much of a problem.
Remember, this is only facing
straight
looks
on.
like this green,
most likely
part
gonna be
area,
angled.
area. It's going to be a
Turret.
ricochet, which is just shooting.
Yeah,
at this
adds
portion
a
of the
pretty
tank.
strong turret.
So don't do that. 270s
The turret.
with the sloping and everything. 300s, very well sloped, so it's going to be a little bit. You're going to need a massive amount of luck to get through that turret. You're going to need, first off, hitting a weak spot on the turret. That is about 100. It's 110 just without the slope, according to
Penetrating in general.
little bars on the side.
He's
but
not at an angle that
I'd
will
say
prevent you from
you'd need 200 if you
shooting.
really want to get through
penetrating.
it. So yeah, I'd say the
And you
turret
need
is
to shoot
pretty
as
much
close
off
to this gun
limits.
mainlet as you can.
So otherwise,
Just shoot at
as you
the
can see,
lower
lower values
plate
are
on
going
the
to go
front.
up and possibly ricochet. As for the sides, and as
side
for
of the turret
the gun mainlet,
is
again fairly strong. Even this top hatch is very strong. Yeah, I wouldn't try shooting at it because it's a very small target.
So it looks
Some
like
of
the
the areas
weaker
are weaker
spots are
than
gonna
others,
be
but more than
along
likely you're going to
here.
hit one of the stronger. So about
armored
where this ladder is,
areas.
right under it. That's going to be your best spot to shoot
Along
at
the
turret on the
sides,
side. It's very
down
weak, only
here,
45 millimeters of
weak
armor.
armor again.
Only 80s. Tier 5s can go through
The
that
tracks
easily.
120s.
So overall on the sides, shoot
And
on
it
the
looks
lower
like the
portion.
tracks,
If you don't have the
it's gonna be a
sides,
little bit harder to
shoot. Go through
as
them about 85 to 90, halfway in the middle of this
depending
ladder
on
here.
where
You're shooting it at. That'll be your best chance.
sides of the
On the
turret.
back, the farther up
course, you
front
got
you
your
go,
Russian log
the stronger
going
it gets. So, and the same
It's
thing if you go
pretty
farther
weak.
to the
The
back.
weakest
So
spots
hit
are
it
gonna be
as
right here, only 40.
flat on as you can.
The log
should be
isn't going to
good.
help much.
You'll probably need about at least 100 millimeters
So
of
pretty much
penetration.
anywhere in the back is
So
fair game.
not that
down
much,
here.
unless you're at
As
a
for the
very
turret,
weird angle. Just again,
back,
shoot it as metal as you can. Got a little pike nose in the back, because as you go off to the sides, it gets stronger. But
because
it
it's
doesn't
more
really help it
angled.
out that much. It's only about 50 millimeters in the back. So lower
Let's move on to the
glacis
final one.
plate in the
Tier
back, I
10.
guess if you want to call it. Lower plate. It's gonna be a little harder to hit. There's not much of it showing. I wouldn't worry about that. Just shoot at the back right here. The turret. The more center you can hit it, the better. Because as you go off to the sides, as you can see, those numbers start to go up. And if you're really on the sides, then yeah, you're not going to go. You'll probably just bounce from the angle. So that's pretty much for this pancake of a tank. Let's move on. At Tier 9 we have the Object 430 version 2. It has 120 frontal hull armor, 80 on the sides, 40 on the rear. The upgraded turret has 248 frontal armor, 185 on the sides, and 63 at the rear. But just like the Object 416, you have to count in for the angling, as we're about to see. And to finish off this line at Tier 10, we have the Object 430. It has 120 millimeters of frontal hull armor, 80 on the sides, and 40 on the rear. The turret has 248 millimeters in the front, 185 on the sides, and 63 on the rear. here we are, the Object 430, the Tier 10 Soviet medium tank. Well, one of the three, that is. It's got pretty decent armor for being a medium tank. The lower plate is going to be stronger, but shoot as close as you can to where these plates join, or just right above it. That'll be your best chances of going through it. Looks like there's some spaced armor over here that you're not going to be going through. So don't, yeah, these little triangles here. Kind of like the IS-3. The triangles on the side, you don't shoot at them because it's spaced armor. The turret is very well again. You're going to need quite a bit of penetration to go through it. You're going to have Tier 10 Tank Destroyer premium ammo to get through this thing. Unless you're very lucky. So don't even try shooting at the turret. Unless RNG likes you that day, you could try, I guess, but most of the time you're probably going to bounce. As for the side of the turret, there are some very strong spots and some very weak spots. Your best chance is to shoot in the back. As you can see, these colors here, as you go orange and red, it gets stronger. The yellow and the green are weak. So, shoot in the back of this tank. That'll be your best, as far back as you can. Even with the angling, you should be able to hit them right here. The sides of the tank are only about 80, so you can easily go through that, especially when you are shooting at tier 10s. You should have 80 millimeters of penetration at this point in the game. And the bottom, with the tracks, it's about 110. If you shoot down a little bit more, it's only about 30. Easy. You can go through that easy. So if you want a guaranteed penetration doing damage, shoot the lower portions of the tank. And for the turret, shoot in the back. As for the rear of the tank, 50s, 40s, nothing too crazy. Don't shoot at these flaps. Limit your shot to around here. You should be good. I'll turn these colors on here. So pretty much the only place you don't want to shoot at, right under that hatch, right where that is, at the bottom of this one, this hatch, I guess. Otherwise, anybody facing tier 10s, which should be about tier 8s and above, you can go through this easy, no problem. So that wraps it up for this video and this line of tanks. Thank you for joining me in this series. It's been fun so far. Make sure to share these videos with your friends, so it'll help me out a lot. I really appreciate it. And the more people that see this, the more people I can help. Which is what my goal is for this shooting guide series. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys later.